Welcome to the following presentation of Minor League Esports on the MLE Network.
Ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much for joining us today on this most momentous of occasions that we have for you. It's another iteration of Minor League Esports brought to you by APM Music, and today is Championship Saturday. It is the grand finals. It is all of the doubles grand finals today. It is the culmination of what everybody has been working towards for so long now. Months of preparation, months of grinding through mechanics and rosters and scheduling, grinding through the schedule, making their way here. We've taken it all the way from 16 teams in some cases, 32 in the rest, down to 2. So today, we're starting up with Foundation League all the way through Premier League later on tonight, all the way through till 10 Eastern is when the final broadcast starts. We will be bringing you the championship series for each of the leagues in doubles all the way throughout today. And to help me do so here for the first session is Chaser. Chaser, how you doing?
I'm doing great. And we're going to start off, like you said, with Foundation League. It's the Bears coming in from the Orange Conference with the Hawks, your Blue Conference champions. It's going to be a very good match. Both of these teams, the 1 seeds from their respective conferences, and had to win to get through the playoffs. So they've done a very good job of making their way to these finals and trying to win a championship for their respective franchises.
Absolutely. And to be honest, this is where, like we said before, this is where everybody comes in. Like all the marbles are on the table here. There's nothing left to lose or win. It's either win or go home. It's the grand finals. It's a best of 7 series. It's what everybody in the entire league does this for. This is the moment for them. So, I mean, really the first big question that you have to answer about today, especially for the Bears and Hawks, is who's going to hold up under that kind of pressure?
Yeah, like I said, it's going to be coming down to the pressure. It's going to be who can make the least amount of mistakes and not allow their opposing team to capitalize on those mistakes. Defense is going to be very, very important here throughout this finals. The Hawks, they had a tough road. They've played the Aviators in the conference championship, and they had a tough road ahead of them. The Bears also had a tough road to the Orange Conference finals as well. And I'm expecting the Bears to come out with the first blood here this evening and possibly win this series very quickly, I would say.
I think that the numbers would agree with you on that. I mean, the Bears so far throughout the playoffs have shown, well, they've had a couple of tough series. They've really shown themselves to be really a dominating team in a lot of ways. Dark Hero in particular, we expect to be a top performer in this, although Hospital Ball, she's well known for her ability to support her teammates well and really make this Bears team work and fill all the gaps. Whereas for the Hawks, I mean, that's not to say that we're not expecting great things out of the Hawks either. Achilles and Villain, both veterans of MLE. Achilles for sure has been here a couple of seasons, and honestly, when I take a look across the stat sheet, I see goals per game. I see pretty similar numbers across the teams, assists and saves. Like there's not a huge amount of really like any sort of statistical outlier from either team. So it's definitely going to be a close one.
Well, it's time for Put Up or Shut Up. Game number 1 here, Nigel. It's going to be on the wonderful DFH Stadium. The teams are ready, and we're going to be holding on for just a moment because we have a little bit of an issue here. So, we'll continue talking about these two teams. They're great teams.
Absolutely, and just looks like we had a little bit of technical difficulty there with the lobby settings. We're going to get everybody in and out real quick and get this fixed up as quickly as we can here for the sake of the production. So what else is there that we can talk about in the meantime here? We know that it's going to be Who's and Dark Hero. We know there's going to be Achilles and Villain. We know that both of these teams were their respective 1 seeds in the conference, and to nobody's surprise, have made it all the way to the grand finals. The only other thing to note that I can think of here is that this is Foundation League, and so for everybody watching along who's not familiar with the inner workings of MLE, Foundation League is our first and foremost development league here. where we have everybody from any rank all the way up to usually about Diamond 3 to C1 is where you'll get placed into here.
Yeah, and it's a really good place to start your competition in competitive Rocket League here in minor league esports. So, it's a really good place to learn the groundwork for, learning how to play Rocket League as a team. That's why it's called Foundation League. It's where you build all of your good habits in that Foundation League.
Absolutely. And a lot of the good habits that we talk about from teams way higher up in the ranks are the same sort of things that you get to experience when you're a part of Foundation League. So being in comms and learning how to communicate and work together well as a team, as a unit on the field. These are things that are going to be expected of everybody throughout MLE all the way up through the ranks. And so that's why we call it Foundation League, because you get that experience, even though you may not be at the same rank as, like, I think the average median rank here in MLE is like GC1. You may not be up there, but you'll still get the same experience. You'll get to be on stream, which is what we're doing here. This is probably the best part. This is what everybody comes to MLE for. At least that's what I came here for. I don't know. Maybe I shouldn't speak for everybody, but it's certainly what got me excited to get in.
Yeah, the production value is important, here, obviously. That's what drew me to MLE way back in the day, too. We had some old school casters in Curtis and Animate J a very, very long time ago, some veterans of minor league esports, and those two casting together is what made me want to come to MLE as well. So, all that long time ago, watching these types of franchises playing against each other and seeing the inner workings of it was very interesting to me, and that's what made me want to try to join up and play and try to win championships here in minor league esports.
Absolutely. And unfortunately, we've just talked right over the first goal of the game, so we are underway. This is game one of a best of 7 series here, and Dark Hero immediately with a monster flick from midfield. It gets the last touch there. I think it was over Villain, and the Bears will go for a quick 1-0 here in game one.
Yeah, very good start. Kind of preludes into what I was saying earlier with the Bears maybe striking first, but here we go. A chance for the Hawks. Achilles barely going to miss that one as Villain's going to play it back into their own half. Dark Hero going to chase it into the corner. Comes off the sidewall, plays it into that corner, trying to get a pass into the middle for their teammate, but Who's not going to challenge that one. Going to play it back to their own half as well. Shot coming in from the Hawks. Save by the Dark Hero. A couple of strikes here after that initial goal from both of these teams.
And the Hawks trying in quick fashion to get back onto the board here and make a difference. Try to put that lead back down to nothing here and bring themselves even. The Bears so far not having any of it, and we see who's getting a little messy there off the backboard. Playing the backboard well, though. This is one of the reasons why the Bears are in the grand final, because they do cover that backboard and they play that defense so well.
The backboard defense going to be very critical. A great save there from Achilles. A good 50 as well. Do they have the boost to make a pass? Villain's in position, but a good cutout from the Bears. Both of them challenged that one. There's Dark Hero at the midfield line. Not going to have enough of a boost to make a shot on that one. That's a misguided pass into the middle, but Hoos cannot capitalize. The Hawks are going to be able to get that one away into the corner.
Unfortunate there. I mean, it just happens. Who's just banging one off the crossbar there, not able to get that shot underneath and get it on target. So the score will remain 1-0 here. 3:19 left to play in game one, and the Bears command the lead, although the Hawks doing everything they can. Unfortunately, Achilles is going to find himself in a 2v1 there, and Dark Hero is going to slam that one home. 2-0 Bears.
Yeah, an initial good touch, though, from Hoos, really challenging Achilles to make that initial save. The rebound comes straight out in front for Dark Hero, and like you said, able to bury that one home. A very good play coming out from the Bears with this 2-0 lead.
And so the Bears will continue to drive their lead, looking for that first game win here, looking to get this series started off on the right foot. A little bit of miscoordination there, though, and it leads to Dark Hero getting demoed in the offensive third. Hospital will take control here. Achilles with a big 50. Dark Hero now, oh, what a huge bump from Achilles. Villain was flat-footed there. Didn't really look like he was ready for Dark Hero, but Achilles saving the day there with that bump in the back.
All those offensive zone demos, they're basically free rotations, especially when it comes to twos. Here comes a chance for Achilles to pass that in the middle. A good challenge early from Hoos. Can she get back to the ball? No, Dark Hero's going to come in and try to make a shot. Oh, going for the fake, but a very good job getting that one to the corner. Shot coming in from Hoos. Oh, it's going to bounce in. The geometry from Hoos gets the third on the board for the Bears.
This is just an unfortunate own goal from Villain. Hoos almost nailing this angle. Really an excellent shot, and Villain going up to challenge it was just in the wrong place at the wrong time. And so halfway through game one, and the Bears are on top 3-0.
Yeah, it's a very good start here for game number 1 in this Bears franchise. You're going to go back to the defensive half. Villain's going to put that one in front. Shot opportunity. Hoos shuts it down quick. Very good job from her. Double commit from the Bears. Nothing doing there for the Hawks yet, though. Team bump in their own corner. Big bang from Dark Hero is going to put Achilles on the back wall. Now playing it from the side wall, trying to get it out of their zone. Not able to do so. Finally, Villain able to get into the corner. Attack coming from the Hawks is going to be shut down again. Who's playing like a brick wall on the defensive line?
Who's just absolutely not giving up on that 50, but the Hawks being relentless right now. Achilles and Villain really just trying to pound away the ground game in the midfield. Villain overcommits there significantly, but Achilles able to keep it going. And we'll see a little bit of back and forth between Hoos and Achilles here. Hoos tries to push it through, gets it past Achilles, floating above the goal there in the defensive third. Villain able to get it away. Dark Hero will challenge, and it'll go up to the backboard again. Achilles has to get up. Hoos does not get the shot on, and so we'll see that one bounce harmlessly in front of the net. Dark Hero trying to keep it and salvage something out of it, but nothing really doing there.
Yeah, back into the Bears half we go. Achilles making a play. Getting challenged well, though, by Dark Hero. Great tackle from them. Hoospital going to get a very good 50 high as Dark Hero is able to get up for that one. Plays it into the offensive zone. Ball off the back wall. Hoospital can not get a shot, though, as Achilles plays that one in front. Villain going to be able to get a very easy runaway breakaway goal, and they do get that back to a 2-goal game.
Honestly, I was a little worried here when I first saw Villain's touch. It looked like he was going to throw it away there. Recovers nicely, though. Shows he belongs here in the grand finals. Is able to bury the open net. The most difficult of all shots in Rocket League.
Yeah, never say open net to anybody except for somebody on Wednesday nights. So that's definitely something that always clams me up, and I would say probably clams a lot of people up. But here's another opportunity for the Bears. It's going to be a great save from Villain as Hoospital ball was threatening. There's Dark Hero playing it to the backboard. Achilles is going to have to make the save from the goal. It does so. A big clear back down to the Bears half. And it's going to be Dark Hero trying to make a fake happen. Oh, Villain bites on it. Going to be another opportunity, one-on-one. Oh, great challenge, though, from Achilles. Keeping the pressure away from the defensive third. An opportunity now for the Hawks to strike. Can they find it? Great shot from Villain. It's a 2-3 game now.
Cutting the lead down to 1. Still 26 seconds left here in game 1, and the Hawks showing signs of life. Showing like maybe they've shaken off the stream nerves, shaken off the grand finals nerves. Do they have the ice, though? Can they bring this one back to even and force the Bears into overtime, or even take the win here? We'll find out soon.
Well, 20 seconds between them and a chance at overtime, but the Bears trying to hold firm in regulation. That's a great challenge from Hoos, but the ball can't find another shot. Great save from Achilles. Can they get the counterattack going for the Hawks here? 10 seconds left in this first game. Great 50 from Dark Hero, sends it downfield, and that's going to fall possibly into the net for an insurance marker. It is 4-2 with 3 seconds left.
I think that one's going to do it for this game. Scoring 2 goals in 3 seconds is a task well above, I think, just about everybody in the game. So an unfortunate overcommit there from, I think it was Villain in the midfield, but honestly, if you're the Hawks, you kind of had to play aggressive there. You have to play for any mistake to come out of the Bears, and Dark Hero just doesn't make the mistake. And, wow. They almost let a kickoff goal in there. Doesn't really matter, though. Bears are going to take game 1 of the series, take the series score to 1-0. Still a reminder, though, this is a best-of-7 series, so there's still plenty of Rocket League to play here. Nobody is really down and out just yet.
Yeah, and honestly, the Hawks showed life there at the end of this game. They were trying to strike back. They found those 2 goals, and then just, like you said, an overcommit, trying to get that third to tie it up is the reason for that 4. So we'll call it 3-2 with an empty net goal, you know, kind of like in hockey. So a good job by getting back into the game from the Hawks, but the Bears, good job getting it started with the quick goals and just able to keep that pressure on here. You know, see Dark Hero there with a hat trick on 5 shots. A very good game from them. Who's put the ball, like you said, a very good support player for their teammates. So very good from her as well. So we'll have to see if the Hawks are able to adjust to that and maybe find a way to shut down Dark Hero.
Absolutely. I mean, I think the key stat for me is that, you know, the Bears show 11 shots against 4 that came out of the Hawks. And sure, the Hawks came alive there at the end of the game. They're going to have to show that kind of life and that kind of speed attacking the ball throughout the rest of the series if they want to have a chance, because that's the best way to take on the offensive powerhouse that is Dark Hero with who's supporting him. You just have to put shots on net. You have to take the ball away from them and keep the ball out of their hands.
Well, the other thing is the Hawks are notorious for the counterattack game as well. Something that the Aviators found out in the conference finals as well. The counterattack is where they are strongest. So if they can find an overcommittal from the Bears, that's going to be critical for them. And that's going to be a kickoff shot opportunity, and it's going to find the mark. The Hawks striking quickly here in game 2.
Speaking of finding an overcommit from the Bears, this is, I would argue, an overcommit from Dark Hero. As soon as he saw that ball rolling towards the other side of the field, he should have realized that wasn't going to happen. Unfortunately, who's not able to clean up the mess behind him and lets that one go in, and the Hawks are up early, 1-0, with 4:56 left to play in game 2.
And it seems like the Hawks have changed up their kickoff strategies a little bit, trying to play them into their own half here. A very good opportunity there for the Bears, though. Good challenge from Dark Hero, trying to put pressure on the defense of the Hawks. Villain's going to send it into the offensive third. Who's trying to play it out to midfield. Able to get it to the midfield line, but Achilles challenges early. Achilles trying to get another chance into the middle. Nothing doing there. Playing in the corner, trying to challenge Dark Hero now. Dark Hero with possession, looking for a flick. Fakes the flick. Able to control that ball into the offensive corner. Now looking for a pass out for Hospital. Not able to find a shot opportunity there, though. Nothing doing. Still offensive zone for the Bears. Shot coming in. No, just wide. An opportunity squandered for the Bears.
And that's unfortunate. Those are the kind of opportunities that we often talk about here when it comes to make or break in the course of a game, a series like this, especially high-pressure situations like the Grand Finals. Achilles, though, just with a huge whip. Speaking of wasting opportunities, that's just unfortunate there. We see back-to-back just shots on net, not able to be put in by both teams.
Yeah, now the Bears back onto the attacking third. Hospital trying to make something happen here. Dark Hero, that's a really good angle, but gonna get cleared away by the defense of the Hawks. Dark Hero controls the possession, plays it to the sidewall, but Villain challenges early. Able to make something happen here, maybe for the Hawks, but another very good defensive play from Hospital Ball as she is able to control the ball. Gets a flick past one. Oh, team bump, though. Villain able to take control. Oh, not able to get enough power on that shot, though. And it is going to be the Bears trying to get it back into the offensive half.
Yeah, it's just an unfortunate sequence of events there. Unfortunate from Hospital to bump Dark Hero after she'd set him up with the pass so well. And then unfortunate of the Hawks just not able to take the free ball that had been given to them there in the midfield. But here we see Villain on the breakaway, trying to get something happening here in the corner. Loses control of it, but Dark Hero also misses the clear. Who's there, though, to clean up the mess. Like we mentioned so many times before, and Dark is just going to have a great little touch off of the wall there. Going to beat, I think it was Achilles, coming out of net to challenge there. And bringing the score back to even here with 2:54 left to play in game 2.
Yeah, Achilles a little too far forward, and again, now a counterattack for the Bears this time. They're playing the counterattack game as well in this game 2 so far. So, tie game, though. These teams looking a lot more evenly matched than the beginning of game number 1. It definitely looked to be in the favor of the Bears. That's going to be a really good shot from Achilles to get the lead back for the Hawks.
Achilles just airing it out. Self-touch, sets it way up into the air, and just absolutely apes it right into the net. Who was it, Dark Hero or who's? I don't know. Whoever it was that was on the line there just had absolutely no response. And the Hawks take the lead back in very, very fast fashion. Still 2:49 left to play here.
And now the Bears going to have the possession off the kickoff. Who's trying to get the same type of play back the other way for them? Not able to do so. Great challenge from the Hawks defense. I believe that was Villain up early. Villain's going to have this one as well, sending it down to the offensive corner. Who's beats that ball, pops it up, goes up for the challenge, actually wins the 50 into the offensive half, into the box even. But Villain going to be able to corral that ball there. Achilles not able to make anything happen. Who's trying to take a shot? Going to put it a little bit high. It sets up her teammate, though. The pinch going to go back, but no, not enough power to make a shot on target that time as Dark Hero plays it back into their own corner, trying to get it out.
Yeah, unfortunate there. I mean, the Bears really overcommitted really hard there, and the Hawks just not able to capitalize. But a huge flick from Dark Hero. What a way to beat. I honestly catches Achilles flat-footed. There's just not much you can do against that kind of ball control here at this level.
And you can't understate that. The ball control, very important in the midfield, able to slow the ball down rather than just bang it into the offensive corner. Rather than just giving away the possession potentially, you're able to control that ball and make the opponents do something about your possession. If they are going to have to challenge you and you're going to force them into a decision, that's going to be very critical here in this game.
We see Dark Hero trying to possess the ball and control the ball again, although this time Villain immediately challenges, doesn't let him get the flick off. And the Hawks trying to keep some pressure, trying to get that lead back. They like being in the driver's seat that most of this game. They just haven't been able to keep a hold of it the entire time. Villain, nice little touch into the corner. But Dark Hero grabs it off of the backboard. Hoospital, though, with a little bit of a panic touch there. Thankfully for the Bears, the Hawks weren't there to punish. Hoospital gets a big clear, but it's going to go right back to Villain's possession here, who will try to get one past Dark Hero, but Hoos will have another immediate challenger. We're seeing Hoos a lot of diving challenges here on the defensive end of the field. Wonder if the Hawks can take advantage of that. Almost there from Achilles. I'm not able to make that angle work, though.
Yeah, that was a very difficult angle to try to make a shot happen. Almost was able to cut that one back. Oh, the miss! This is an opportunity for the Bears to take the lead, and they're going to do just that. Dark Hero with the hat trick.
And this is why we say in MLE, we take those. This is just 2 or 3 whiffs in a row there in classic Foundation League fashion. And the Bears are just going to be closer to the ball after all the whiffs are said and done and they play out, and they'll go up by 1.
Again, coming down to mistakes, like we were saying. The team with the less mistakes is going to be successful. So far, it's the Bears here in game 2. Just under a minute to play in this second game. Up is Hoospital ball. Very good touch from Achilles, though. Gets it away from the box. An opportunity for Achilles to make a pass happen. Villain able to pop it off the back wall. Can they follow it up? It's going to be a pop-up again. Can there be a shot from Achilles? Yes, there can.
Touch.
We're tied.
This is just excellent patience, excellent play from both Villain and Achilles. Great team play here. Villain getting the pop. Achilles realizing that Dark's probably not in a position to go up and immediately challenge that. Waits for it to come down to where he can make a pretty sure shot on it. Gets a slight touch. Puts his team back in contention there. We're all tied. 38 seconds left to go here.
You definitely take the sure shot over the potential flashy shot. And there's going to be another bump as well. Oh, an opportunity to take the lead. Hoos going the other way. Can Achilles get back for this? No, it's going to be a lead right back for the Bears.
That's soul crushing right there for the Hawks. You have all the momentum. You've just demoed one player. You've just bumped another off of the ball. All you need to do is get one touch, fight for the possession, push it towards the net. And that whiff right there by Villain lets Hoos walk it on back down. And now instead of being up a goal, you're down a goal. 23 seconds left to play here, and the Hawks are scrambling to have an answer for that last open net.
Well, we've seen this story played out in game number 1, a 1-goal lead late in this game for the Bears. Can the Hawks find the mark this time? This is an opportunity. Oh, just barely missing that one. Control from Dark Hero. Great flick to get it over Achilles. Villain collects the ball, pops it up. It's going to be in the wrong direction, though. This is an opportunity for the Bears to strike again, but it's going to find the floor. And the Bears win game 2, 4-3.
So that's going to put the Bears at a series score of 2-0. They're up 2 games. Still have 2 more to go, though. 2 more wins if they want to take the grand final win here in doubles. The Hawks still have plenty of life. It's only game 2. We can go all the way to 7. But the Hawks, like I said, we saw a lot of good life out of them, especially early on in the game. We saw them playing fast. We saw them challenging hard, making sure to not give Dark Hero in particular a lot of space on the ball. Unfortunately, that tends to leave gaps behind them because, they as a unit aren't used to maybe playing this fast. And the Bears, they're in this case and in game 1, able to just exploit the weaknesses that the Hawks leave behind by trying to play that forward pressure game.
Yeah, and, they were successful with that as well. The Hawks, though, they had chances in this game to win it, and they were up for most of this game, number 2. And then they were just squandering opportunities there at the end. The little bit of a panic that allowed the Bears to get the lead, I believe. I think that was when they went up 3-2. And then they get the tie game, and they have all the pressure. And then just a mistimed bump and an overcommit from the Hawks allows Hoospital ball to get it down the field and put it in a position for the defense to not be able to make the play. And that's the difference maker here in this game number 2. We could be looking at a 1-1 series, but instead, Hawks are kind of on the back foot right now. They're going to have to get some of that momentum back here in game 3.
Absolutely. The thing that I want to see the Hawks do the most is take advantage of the fact that, like I said a couple of times throughout game 2, we're seeing Hoospital in particular panicking on the goal line, in the backfield. Sorry, couldn't figure out how to speak there for a second. I want to see them take advantage of that. We know that Dark is going to be the offensive driver. We know that he's going to be pushing down the field, as Achilles will dribble Dark Hero instead of the ball for a second there. But I want to see the Hawks taking advantage of that. Maybe bringing in some fakes, maybe bringing in some slow play and some possession. It's how you're going to be able to make a difference against this Bears defense, which is what they've struggled with so far. Huge overcommit from Hoos, though, and Achilles is just immediately going to send that one down the field. Hawks open up game 3 yet again with the first goal.
honestly, some great recovery from Achilles, avoiding the bump from Dark Hero, which is very big. And I got to believe who's actually believed that the bump was coming and making it so it was going to be a free shot opportunity. And that's the reason for the overcommit. And that's also the reason for this initial goal going to the Hawks.
Absolutely. Now we see, can the Bears respond? They've shown good ability to do so throughout this series. They've shown good poise under pressure. And really, I feel like, aside from Hospital looking slightly panicked from time to time on the defensive end, I really haven't seen a whole lot of panic or lack of composure from the Bears as a squad. So I expect them to respond here, but we'll see. The Hawks showing good pressure at the moment, showing that they're not afraid of the Bears either. They know that it's just been a matter of execution and a little bit of putting away a couple opportunities that's really made the difference in the series so far.
And honestly, they're probably angry about the result from Game 2 as well. I mean, an angry team can sometimes be a great team as long as they're not too angry and, going overcommit on the bumps and the physical play. But right now, it seems like they are just really focused on trying to get this game number 3 to get it back to a closer series. Right now, they have had about 90% of the pressure, I would say, so far here in game number 3.
I would agree with that. We see that the Bears playing really slow in this case, and I think that they're doing so intentionally. They're trying to slow the game down against the Hawks trying to speed the game up because the Hawks have realized that tempo works for them, and the Bears have also recognized it. Dark Hero, though, as good as he is at possessing and controlling the ball, he's not immune to challenges in 50s here, and the Hawks have realized that. And right now it's working to their advantage. The Bears, even though they're trying to possess the ball, not able to really get it out of their half when they do, and just allowing the Hawks all the boost, all the space that they want to set up new challenges and keep the ball on their side of the field.
And Hoos almost had a very good flick to beat the last defender that time for the Hawks. A great flick from Dark Hero is going to catch the Hawks sleeping a little bit to tie this game 3.
This is just excellent ball control here. There's really nothing that Villain can do here, especially after he rotated so deep back towards the net. As soon as he sees Dark Hero catch it, it's over.
Yeah, and now tie game here as we approach the halfway point in game 3. The Bears off the kickoff. That ball is on target. Achilles is going to be able to make the touch away to the corner. Dark Hero possesses the ball, trying to get another one past the defense. Another 50? No, it's going to be a win from the Hawks on that one. Back down to the Bears half we go. Hoos with the ball, plays it across, east to west. Gonna let the ball settle here as Villain's gonna challenge. Very good job from the Hawks, trying to get a bump as well. Not gonna find the defender that time, but it is gonna be a shot attempt just off the post. A great opportunity for the Hawks, and it's a very good defensive play by the Woodwork.
But a shot here, though, from Villain, and he's gonna beat Dark Hero there. Caught both of the Bears kind of overcommitted, kind of in a weird spot in their corner here. I think Dark just babysitting the boost, assuming that he was going to get that ball, and then noticed Villain was up way too late. No response, and the Hawks will take the lead back here in game 3.
Well, the Hawks are going back to that quick challenging as well here after giving up that goal. So maybe they've noticed if they do not challenge early, they are going to be caught in a bad spot. And again, almost getting the save, but it is going to be Hoos tying this game right back up off the kickoff.
She's just built different. Hoos gets wide here. Achilles tries to get the push out, but Hoos just takes an excellent 50, smothers the ball. There's nothing that the Hawks can do there except watch that one roll into their net.
And so slowly as well off that smother, but it is going to be another great kickoff here for the Bears. Can Dark Hero get that one to the middle? A shot opportunity for Hoos. It's going to be empty net. Bang on! 3-2 lead for the Bears.
This is just a huge mistake from Villain. Unfortunately, you have to respect the threat of Dark making that shot, so Villain has to go up there, but Dark able to get him with sort of the fake touch and just gently dribbles in front of the net, and Who's there able to clean it up.
Yeah, and a very good rebound here coming in from the Bears. Quick goals in succession is going to give them the lead. Another opportunity. Oh, Hospital ball going for the low shot. Villain able to challenge it. Dark Hero flicks this. Up goes Achilles, playing that over to Villain. Villain pops it for Achilles, looking for a bump as well. Not able to find it. Shot coming in. Oh, a double commit from the Hawks. It's a 2-goal lead for the Bears.
You hate to see that, but the Hawks, honestly, just getting caught kind of awkward here in midfield as Achilles doesn't challenge that ball when it comes down off of Dark Hero's car and just leaves it bouncing and free for Who's there in the midfield. That's unfortunate. That's just yet another instance of just a soul-crushing mistake, and you can kind of see from the car language that both of them had there after that goal was scored. They're both starting to look like they're defeated, which is not what you want to see here in Game 3 when you're already down 2 in the series.
Well, I'll say the other thing is you're starting to see some adaptation coming in from the Bears. They have changed who their main striker is. Hospital Ball has been the one with the hat trick here. And Dark Hero has got 3 assists, a playmaker medal for him as well. So they have adapted to make it a little bit different of an attack coming in at the Hawks defense. So maybe that's throwing them off.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, I love to see what the Bears have been able to do here in terms of making adjustments, because the Hawks have been, like we've said, playing that fast challenge game. They know, just like it's one of the age-old tales in Rocket League. You're playing a player who is just kind of outclasses you mechanically. The answer to that is to just clamp down and give them no space, and that's exactly what the Hawks have tried to do. And the Bears have responded by saying, that's fine. We don't actually need Dark Hero to beat you guys. We also have 2 players.
And
again, who still gets
players,
up. This one's going to go right in the net.
It is. Post in. I love those shots so much. I like doing them from closer, though, but that's a really good clearance coming out from Hospital Ball, and really able to bang that one on net. And hey, Dark Hero's like, hey, I'll take that free assist as well from long range. So now a 5-2 game here. And like you said, the Hawks seem kind of defeated right now in this 3rd game.
Yeah, you can, and there's another open net. Oh, wow, and Dark Hero's going to uncharacteristically miss that one. Kind of surprised there, but the Hawks will not go down 4 goals here. An excellent pass from Achilles, but Villain just not able to get up in time. Achilles doing everything he can here, just trying to play fast, trying to outspeed the defense of the Bears. Fortunately, it doesn't look like it's going to be enough here in Game 3 either. We get to the 10-second countdown. Dark Hero with a little air dribble, but both Hawks are there to respond. This one's just going to bounce harmlessly down onto the pitch one more time. Boost with a save, and there you have it. Game 3 all wrapped up.
Can I just highlight the patience from the Bears, and who's in particular in that last little flurry from the Hawks? The ball right in front of their net, right in front of the Bears' net. Hawks have an opportunity to score. She doesn't jump when she sees Achilles go up to try to make a play on the ball. She just waits, and then when the shot comes in from Villain, bang, she's right there to challenge it. Great patience from Hospital Ball, and great offense coming out from her as well, as the Bears, they're on championship point.
That's right. Only 1 game now stands between the Bears and all the doubles glory that you can possibly have in minor league esports. This is what it comes down to, and it's unfortunate for the Hawks that they're already staring down match and series point 3 games into the series. You never want to be in this situation. You never want to be on the precipice of a sweep. But the Bears really just in a class of their own right now. Like you said, we've never really seen the Bears be under any sort of pressure throughout this entire series, or at least enough to make them break their composure. Boos is playing a very calm and collected game, even though I've mentioned a couple of times, I've seen her panic a couple of times on the defensive backline, but the Hawks have been unable to capitalize on that. And Dark Hero in particular is just doing a great job controlling the ball, slowing the game down, making the Hawks play to his pace instead of the pace that they want to play at.
Yeah.
So here we are. We come to Game 4. This could be it for the entire season for both of these teams. How will the Hawks respond? Do they have anything left up their sleeve, another adjustment that they can make to try to make an inroad against this Bears team?
Well, they're going to have to try to figure it out here going in. Off the kickoff, it's going to be the Bears in the possession. Dark Hero up for the ball. It's going to be Achilles taking a ball to the backboard. Opportunity for the Hawks. It's going to be nothing doing there. Good collect of the ball from Dark Hero. Trying to make a 50 happen with no boost as Achilles is going to give the possession away back to Hospital Ball. Opportunity for her. That's an empty net. Can she get it on target? Not enough pace. Villain able to get back to the ball.
That's an unfortunate miss there from Hoos, but this has just been the theme of the series. We've said over and over it's going to be the story of whoever makes the fewest mistakes, or it's going to be whoever gives the most space to Dark Hero, because this is just, I mean, this is the kind of play I would be excited to see in CL. I mean, wow, that's just some excellent mechanics there from Dark Hero as he goes and says, I will put the Bears back on my back here if that's what it takes here in Game 4.
Nigel, those are the types of plays we dream about in Champ League.
Exactly.
Those are the types of plays that we dream about. But here we are in Foundation League, and Dark Hero is just hitting it with no problem. Hoos is going to have a second opportunity at it.
Okay.
She says, hey, don't worry. Hit the crossbar. It was just a pass to myself.
Yet again, we see her being patient, realizing, oop, I didn't make the touch, but the Hawks just nowhere to be found. And Hoos will get the next touch once it comes back down off the backboard. And the Bears up very quickly. And at this point, I'm really worried. I'm calling in for life support on the Hawks because it looks like they've given up.
It does. You know, they're still trying, but it doesn't really seem like they have it right now. It seems like the Bears have their number. A missed flick from Achilles. A good challenge from him, though. But Dark Hero going to be up immediately, trying to get that ball away from Villain. Villain able to get another challenge, but it's going to be nothing really doing. It's kind of high up in the air, nowhere for anybody to go with it. Here's an opportunity for Dark Hero. Double tap, almost gets it in. The follow-up from Hoos is going to be good, though. Very good play from the Bears here, 3-0.
And this is, we're seeing maybe a huge adjustment from the Bears. We haven't really seen this type of fast, air it out kind of play from them yet this entire series. And I wonder if they were just trying to get comfortable. They didn't want to come out and play like this and end up, overcommitting or giving away a lot of opportunities early on in the series. But here we're seeing it now because I feel like they're, hey, well, we can afford to give away another game as Hoos drills another one in. And at this point, I feel like all the Hawks are saying to themselves in comms is, okay, we tap out. Like, let's just run the clock out. Because there's no life left on the defensive end of the field. And there's no presence on the offensive end of the field for the Hawks right now.
Well, right now, the Bears are not even allowing them to get into the offensive half. We've seen one shot from the Hawks so far. There's going to be a second one potentially here, but no, shut down again by Hospital Ball. Very good from her. She is going to be able to get some boost and challenge this in the offensive zone as well. Nothing doing, though, for Achilles. Villain plays it into the corner. Potential opportunity to score for the Hawks, but again, a big clear coming out from the Bears. They're not allowing shot opportunities to be that threatening, and very good patience from them as well on the back lines. This is an opportunity as Dark Hero is going to have to make that save.
Really excellent mechanics there from Dark Hero. That's a tough save to do. Taking the ball almost in a dribble across the field and matching, or across the goal and matching it so that the tap in from Villain can't get through. Villain now going to try to possess, get a little something going here, but Dark Hero immediately takes it. Nice little doink over Achilles, has a near dribble into the corner, and nice pass. Villain able just barely to get that one, and Dark Hero was trying to just stuff the ball in, but Hoos again, from way above the crossbar. He's on fire right now. Who says, I want a Grand Finals championship, and I'll have it now, thank you.
She now has 8 goals in the last 2 games. Am I counting that right?
I think you're right.
She's got 4 in the last game and now 4 here.
Yeah.
So that's 8 goals for Hospital Ball in the last 2 games, and she's really becoming that striker that the Bears need here. Another opportunity for the Bears in the offensive zone. This ball's going to find its way to the backboard of the Hawks. The clear coming out is going to be straight to Dark Hero, who's going to play it back into their own corner for possession. Big 50 from Achilles.
I feel like somebody is feeding our audio into their comms in the Bears Discord call right now, because I feel like who's heard me say the word backpack, it was like, oh, no, I'm going to make sure that Nigel eats those words.
And right now, she's making you eat those words in
these
last 2 games.
Is. And we love to see it.
And now we're going to see, can the Hawks even find... They got to find something here soon, because otherwise they're going to be off life support, and the season for them is going to be over without a championship. But an opportunity for Villain. It's going to pop it up towards Hospital Ball, who's going to play it to the corner. Another great save for her. And the big clear as an opportunity for the Bears to go the other way. There's Hospital Ball again. Make that 9 goals in 2 games.
Good grief, Charlie Brown. Just, we need that meme. Stop. He's already dead. 6-0. A minute 50 left to play here in Game 4. The Bears have Game 4 well in hand. The sweep is on, folks. At this point, they just need to run down the clock, but the Bears showing no signs of slowing down. As we see yet another one go through here, and the Bears will go up 7-0.
Kind of curious as to what happened here. I think it was just Achilles didn't go for it. And it was a free net opportunity for Dark Hero to get it to 7-0. So, I mean, at this point, like you said, they just got to run the clock out and collect their championship in doubles for the Bears.
Absolutely. You just got to keep the ball out of the net, keep the ball out of... Oh, wow. Dark Hero says, no, I refuse. I'm here to run the scores up. Apparently now, I'm convinced at this point that somebody in the Bears call has the stream audio going on in the background. Dark Hero looking for the foot reset, doesn't get it, but it doesn't matter because it puts it past Achilles. And Dark says, hey, you guys keep talking about Hospital, and she's got 9 goals in the last 2 games, but I've got 4, and I'm working on about 5 more because he wants to catch up.
Yeah, well, trying to get it happening for another goal opportunity, but here we are. Another shot opportunity for Dark Hero going to the backboard, puts it off the backboard. Opportunity, no. Nobody's going to take a shot at that one. Now they're just kind of running the clock out. Smart decision. Here comes Achilles, though, with a shot. That's going to be something on the board here for the Hawks.
You see, the tone of the entire lobby has just changed, and well, I won't repeat what was said in chat. There was some words exchanged in chat, and definitely the the tone of the entire lobby has just changed, and I don't know if the Bears have decided, hey, we need to take our feet off the gas pedal here, or if the Hawks have just decided to play out of pure anger and spite, but we do see a little bit of life left in them yet.
Well, they're going to find another one. No, it's going to be a good challenge from Dark Hero. Achilles retreats to try to collect some boosts. Up goes Dark Hero, taking a shot on target. Villain plays it out. Good pop from Achilles, sends it back down towards the Bears half. 1 minute left in game 4. Good pop from Hospital Ball, plays it out to midfield. Able to get it past, and it's going to be rolling into the net for another goal for Hospital Ball. 9-1 here in game 4.
Who says, look, we're going to do what we came here to do, and we're going to win the championship. That's now 10 goals across the last 2 games for Hoos. Dark Hero is trying to, put up his own numbers there for the last couple of minutes, but looks like everybody's going to kind of let the scoring subside here. We're going to try to run the clock out here. The Hawks going to try to find something worth, some little bit of solace to take home with them as their season slowly, agonizingly comes to an end. 37 seconds left on the clock here now. Achilles looking for the possession, not able to take it up the wall. Villain will try to get a pass to him. Achilles will try to take it off the wall. Not really get anything going here, though. And now we've got a double commit from the Hawks again. Dark Hero this time will take it across the net, though, not put it in. Looking again just to have that clock run down, because every time they score, that adds on 20 or 30 seconds to a match that has already gone on far too long, in the opinions of just about everybody in the lobby.
Yeah, 10 seconds left here. Will we see another goal here as time expires? Shot to the backboard, potentially. No, it is going to fall. 9-1 here in game number 4, and the Bears are your Foundation League doubles champions for this season. Very good job for these two. A very good finish to this Foundation League doubles season.
Yeah, honestly, it was an excellent showing from the Bears, and honestly, they were the class of the show all throughout, from game 1 all the way through the series. It was as tidy a sweep as you could ask for. Maybe not a perfect sweep, but, couldn't do much more excellent of a job there than the Bears did to collect their Grand Finals championship here in twos. And now an interesting point of fact is that we will see the Bears yet again tomorrow in the Foundation League Grand Final for threes on Threes Championship Sunday. But for right now, that's going to do it. That's all she wrote for the first series of the day. Just a reminder to everybody watching that, again, we have 4 more series coming to you today on this broadcast. We will have the doubles grand finals for all the rest of the leagues, Academy League, Champion League, Master League, and Premier League, all happening tonight. But Chaser and I won't be with you for the next and the rest of them. That's going to do it for us. So for Chaser, I'm Nigel Thornbrake. Thanks for joining.